Hi guys, welcome to our live charting for today, November 13, 2020. So let's start with BTC dominance. So if you are daily watching my videos, you already know that I'm looking at the three gaps. The first gap has already been filled at around the 66 area, and the second gap around the 74 area, and the last gap at around 97. So let me show you these gaps. So this one is the first gap. However, this gap has been filled. So a few days ago. So one at around the 66 area. And then the second gap, which is not yet filled, is at 7, is this area. This and cancel. So this is the second gap, which is not yet filled at the moment. Actually, it's approaching to that level. And the last gap is this one, the almost close to 97 area. This 74 area. So let me just put a trend. So possibly we will, if you look at the trend, this is what my expectation. Oh, wait, let me just delete that. So at the moment, this is my expectation for the BTC dominance. So after it filled the first gap, it actually pulled back and ending higher again. And possibly will retest this and fill this 74 area. After it filled it, I'm expecting a pullback. We will retest this close to 90%. So the immediate resistance currently I'm looking at is the 70, and support I'm looking at is at this area, around the 64 area. And of course, why it's not this? Oh, so retest this major support area. So let's see. Let's look at the lower time frame, because as you can see, most of the BTC is down, but the other alts, or I mean the altcoins, are up. So let's just look at the 3 hours time frame of this BTC dominance. Oh, Litecoin 66. So let's just wait. Let's make it bigger. It's just very slow. It's just loading. Let's just wait for it. So as you can see, after it filled the gap, it pulled back, bounce a bit, and then pull back, and then trending lower and could possibly retest this previous support around this area, around the 64 area. So big down of BTC dominance, we see alts rally today. So as you can see, Litecoin is altcoins I'm looking at. So yeah, let's see. So they are shifting at the moment to altcoins. So it's an altcoin day. So next, let's move on to BTC. Oh, let me just delete it. For longer time frames or for my long-term overview, I will use the Renko chart, the daily Renko chart. Because for me, it's less noise and more understandable. Dundee candlestick. So yeah, I think I still have the same long-term view. Oh, so this is a triangle, and yeah, for triangle, normally we measure the height of it and put our target after it break out. And we will just copy that and then let's put it at breakout. So as you can see, 9,000 area. But before it will try to create a new all-time high, of course, it need to break out this very critical area, which is the around close to, this one is 17,200. And then, of course, the all-time high, which is this one, or close to 20,000. So this is 19,800 or 19,891. That's the high. But of course, it will depend on the exchange. So close to 20,000 is the all-time high. So these are the major systems I'm looking at the moment. And of course, this is the major support I'm looking at, the 13,682. But on a short-term trades, we can actually support and of course resistance. So if you're scalping, you can use the high of this, I mean the low of this as support, which is the area. So I think that's it. And if it break this 13,000, if ever, of course, we'll retest this one. But yeah, as I say it this area is already a more long-term bullish. When it break this triangle area at around this 11,000 area or close to 11,000 area. So I think that's it. My bias is actually more bullish. I'm uh, I'm one of the bulls. Long-term bullish, but on short-term it depends on the time frame. So I think that's it. This is my long-term view. Actually, there are some other options. I'm the major one. So next, let's look at the shorter time frame. So actually, if you also plot this one, they have the same. they still have the same targets, or more or less close target. So we will just copy that. This one, copy, paste, and let's put it at breakout. So as you can see, still or close target, which is 29,100. I mean 28,100 area. So now let's look at the shorter time frame. I mean, using this chart, because actually, let's use this 3 hours time frame first. This one, wait, let me just. Let's just close it. I think a while ago I'm using the 30 minutes. I'm just checking. Anyway, they're still the same or almost the same with 3 hours. So let's just use this one, 3 hours time frame. So as you can see, there is already a bearish divergence there. Oh, so the price is going up while the indicator is going down. So it pull back a bit. So in computing the uh, possible targets for pullback, I normally use the Hikin, I mean the fib retracement. So let's just look for the low and the high. So this is the high and this is the low in this example. So yeah, just a few hours ago, I opened at 16,000. I opened long position at, wait, let me just check it. This one, 140, which is this one or close to this one. 60.236 fib. Because here the 0.236 is 60,001 and I open it at or above this 0.236 because I'm watching a while ago at 30 minutes time frame. So actually I have a different posting on this 0.236, another here at 15,900 and another at 15,500 and 15,200. I actually when I trade futures, I do averaging. So there only this one got filled. So possibly I'll just cancel it, this one, the remaining one. And as you can see, divergence indicator is now let's just plot the possible support, but it seems like it's going up. So yeah, let's see. If this is a confirm up, it will retest, of course, oh, this area, the around area. So it's already uh possibly it will go up. So this is just use the candlestick. Normally when I trade, I just use the candlestick when I'm scalping. And my favorites are wick, a candle without wick. So let's see. At the moment, I'm looking at this immediate resistance, this area. I mean, let's just hide this one. Oh, and normally for possible reversal, I'm looking at two candles with the same body at the top, or same body below. So like for example, this one. So I'm looking at that as a possible reversal or already at resistance. So let's see if this one holds at around this 16,200 area. So the immediate resistance I'm looking at is, of course, it need to break this area around the 16,400 levels. So the open of this is, or I mean the close of this is 6,400 area. So close to that area. So that's the immediate resistance I'm looking at. If it breaks that area, possibly, oh, it, and the 15,900 as support area. So this is just using or scalping or lower time frame. So actually this is also 0.382 fib levels. So let's just look at the daily time frame. So this candle is actually a very critical candle, because I think this is the 3 hours. Let me just delete it. So as you can see, the divergence indicator seems like, let's make it bigger. It seems like it's going down. However, the daily time frame is not yet closed. So it really depends on its closing tomorrow, 8 a.m. So yeah, let's see. Actually, I just go long at the dump when there is a dump. So I pick up at around this 16,100 area, and my stop loss at 16,200. Actually, that's already the adjusted stop loss, so that if the market reverses, I will only take a profit at a gain, and of course take profit also at stop loss if it is in my favor. So however, if it breaks this 16,400, I'm looking at this one. Possible resistance is this area on a daily time frame, which is the 17,100. Actually, almost the same with the Renko chart. And then the all-time high. So let's see. Most of my trades is actually long. I'd also do short, but not as much as long position. So yeah, if it breaks this 15,900, possibly this area, around the 15,500 area. So actually, almost same with this fib levels, which is the 0.618. So I think that's it for using this daily time frame. Let's just anyway, let's just look at this one, the monthly time frame, because this one is so as you can see, I'll just remove this area so that it will be more clearer. We can see the candlestick. Oh, I'm just hiding it anyway. So in this one, I'll just, and yeah, I'll hide this one and another one. So as you can see, using the monthly time frame, though it's not yet close. Anyway, where is the 17 more days before it closes? But if you look at it, this one is the 2017 area. There is three bullish candle, and this one is October, November. That's actually, and I'm really expecting it possibly like this candle, but a more solid candle. So it still depends on how this November monthly candle will close. So there are still 17 days. So let's just check if we'll just measure this one. This just 3 months, October, November, and December, during the 2017 area. So let's more or less possibly, if it trips the 2017 trend, possibly 26,000 as a possible target. On why most of my trades currently are just long. But I also do average. So buy on pullback. That's actually one of my strategy at the moment. So let's see how it goes. One, two, three, four, five. I'm just looking at this candles during this 2019 era because that's also a 5 month bullish candle, but this one a small ones. So yeah, let's just see. But for this year, I'm more bullish and possibly will continue until next year. I mean, I'm long goes for BTC. So I hope you're also making some good profits at the moment. And let me just remove all the drawings. So let's see if it holds, else a possible bearish divergence. So it might possibly pull back. So and tomorrow is weekends. Normally I do not trade on weekends except if there's an opportunity to trade. So now let's move on to Ethereum. So if you look at the alts, most of them are actually green, and BTC is at red today. So let's look first at, anyway, if you have some questions, just feel free to ask. Do you know XXP? Actually, I'm not trading XP. I think that's because majority of my trades is of course BTC, and then yeah, Ethereum and Litecoin. That's the majority of my trades. I think 30% at Ethereum and 20% Litecoin. That's futures trade. But I also do um, trade spot, but just sometimes. Seldom I trade spot. Normally I hold good alts. Like for example, I buy some DOT and what else? I think I also hold some XTC and yeah, mostly proof of stake coins. Oh, it's yeah, swipe. So let's just look at swipe later. So now let's move on to Ethereum first and then Litecoin, and then we'll move to swipe. So let me just remove all the drawings, and then let's proceed with long-term analysis using this Renko chart. So I still have the same long-term view. If you are watching my live stream, yeah, you might already my analysis using this Renko chart. I for Renko charts, use it last or starting this year, September 2020. because before I'm just using the candlestick, and most of my trades are actually based on a price action. So, so I normally just use the charts. And if ever I add some indicators, RSI will do. Averaging and yeah, uh, don't forget, of course, risk management. Oh, I may just delete it. Yeah, because currently it's still at this long-term downtrend area. So from its long-term downtrend, it's currently in an uptrend channel. So we'll use this one, parallel channel. So possibly this will be the next resistance I'm looking at. Because high of this is 481 and we're currently trading at 473 area. So the immediate resistance I'm looking at is of course that area, the previous one level. So that one, and breakout to that level could possibly retest this one, which is that's actually depends where this Renko chart will retest this area, but I'm looking at more than 500 levels. So we'll just possibly estimate around this 600 levels. So let's see. And if it break this area, the long-term downtrend, of course, I'm more bullish when that happens. So I'll be expecting possibly oh so if ever that it will break this long-term downtrend, I'm expecting it on a long-term target of around 1,000 or close to 2,000 area. So that's my long-term view, but it needs to break this long-term downtrend. So when that happens, mostly my position will also be long. So let's see. But of course, along the way, there will always be a pullback. So that's the resistance I'm looking at, and the support I'm looking at is at this area. I can use each Renko bar as support, but this one is the strong support I'm looking at. And yeah, possibly this area around the 373 area, this area. Oh, one possible. Oh, I mean, should be here. So around 410. But as I mentioned, each Renko chart, you can actually use it as immediate support and resistance. So since it's forming a possible bullish candlestick, I mean a Renko chart, it could possibly retest that next Renko high of around close to 800, I mean 467 area. Or, I mean it's already uh, higher than that, so the 481 I should say. And of course, the immediate support is, you can see this one, this blue dotted line, the 467.20 area. That's actually the high of this Renko chart. And the low of that is 443. So you can use that as immediate support. So I think that's it for Ethereum. Anyway, let's look at it using this candlestick. So normally at the moment, I'm not using candlestick in my long-term view. So we're actually in a very critical moment at the moment. So look at it, it's already close to the previous high, the body, the area. So if it breaks that 480 area, possibly this next one is the next resistance area, the around 513 area. Well, let me see. Oh, wait, let me just look at the divergence indicator. If you look at the divergence indicator, still trending higher. This one is, and look at this on a daily time frame. This one is actually a doji and then a bullish candle. So it could possibly, or my bias here is more bullish, that could possibly retest the 500 area. And yeah, that will be the year to date high, if ever. So let's see how it goes. Well, so that one and possibly this 600. Actually, almost the same with Renko chart. Renko chart is, for me, is much easier to use. However, due to limitations I have, actually, I'm just using the free subscription. So I can only use the daily time frame for the Renko chart. So the support I'm looking at is this previous. Actually, that's the previous high. I mean, no. This consolidation area. Most of the bodies there are not the same or at same low of the possibly 437. The immediate support I'm looking at. Or actually, you can also use this fib retracement, but at the moment, use that to project the possible next target. Oh, I just reverse it or uncheck the reversal. So style, fib, and then uncheck the reverse. Yeah, possibly around the 500 area. The point, I mean 1.236 area, which is the 531. But on a conservative note, I normally use the high, the previous high, which is, or the lower one targets, which is 518 area. So let's see, my bias here for Ethereum is more bullish. Immediate resistance at 480, breakout to that level could possibly welcome 518 on and at 437. That's the immediate support I'm looking at. Breakout to that level could possibly retest around 400 area. So I think that's it for Ethereum. For Ethereum, actually, I also have most of my trades are actually long. For BTC, Ethereum, oh, let's just not delete that. So for Litecoin, actually, I was done at $65. I think my entry price there is around the 50 area, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I can just Yeah, this one. My TP got. However, I still have remaining positions with TP at around the 68 area. Show you my long-term view on Litecoin. Oh, actually, in trading, just as much as possible, chillax or just relax. Enjoy trading because if you're stressed, possibly your trades might also be so just chill or relax. So as you can see, it's also a triangle pattern, and yeah, it's still within the actual a long-term downtrend. Oh, and currently, and close to the previous high, which is the 68 area, if I'm not mistaken. That's actually my next target. Yeah, 60 TP area there. This is also my TP area at 68. So yeah, just 68.59. So I'll just change that 68.59. But yeah, just on a conservative note, 68 area. So breakout to that immediate resistance could possibly retest this one, the $80. So yeah, let's see how it goes. And then, of course, the long term or to retest this long term resistance area. So for now, I think let's just focus on the 68 and the 80 area. After it, because if it breaks, try to break this out. It will depends where this chart or Renko chart will retest this area. And the support area I'm looking at is this area. You can see this blue line, blue dotted line, that's 6, because currently it's forming a possible bullish Renko chart. If it breaks this 65 area, possibly retest the 61 area. Worst case, of course, this previous low of around 43. So I think with the bullishness of BTC, altcoins will also move higher in my opinion. So that is the worst case to retest this one, the 43 area. So let's see. And now let's move on to the chart, or I mean the candlestick. We'll just remove it and let's move to candlestick. Short-term analysis on this using the candlestick. So as you can see, next resistance is this area. The open of this is at, or the high, or the close of this is 67.30, or that's close to 68 area. So that's actually where my next TP area is, because I have a current
long position that's not yet closed at the moment. So let's see. So break out to that level. Actually, I'm expecting a pullback after it break this 68 area. And yeah, after it pull back and hold at 68 area, it could possibly retest the 83 level, which is just a reference chart. The looking at is this area, the 58 area, using the candlestick, and yeah, possibly this one if it breaks that area at $50, just in case it breaks that level. So let's just look at the, see, this one is at there. So I'm turning actually bullish on Litecoin. Yeah, but it depends on how this daily candle will close tomorrow. Because I think if it breaks this area, pull back, and then it will retest this 8. But if it failed to break out at this area, possibly retest the 58 area. So let's see how it goes for Litecoin. Well, let's check this one, the lower time frame. Because I was looking at it a while ago when my order was filled at 65 area. Actually, I was looking at it because I thought that something is missing in my position. But then when I look at the history, Litecoin was filled. Actually, I'm trying to analyze and BV, but I did not use it in my actual trades yet. But maybe on the next analysis, we'll try to use that. Look at this one. Actually like a doji, this red candlestick, and then a bullish candle. However, 32 minutes left before this 3-hour candle will close. So let's see. Actually, there is a bearish divergence form there. This one. Oh, this area, and then it pulled back. So this one. Oh, that's going up, and then divergence indicator is going down. So there's a pullback at that area. So current, yeah, convergence with divergence indicator. So let's try to look at the 30 minutes. And normally this is just the time frame I'm looking at, 30 minutes, 3 hours, daily, week, month. Oh, but if you look at the 30 minutes, there's actually a bearish divergence formed. So it depends on how you trade. So this is a bearish divergence using this 30 minutes time frame. So it's going up, but the indicator is already signaling a possible bearish, and then it uh, go down. So as you can see, it also pulled back. So let's see. So I think Sige, saan ka mamaya? Isa ka na. Sita ka na.
So where I am, yeah, there is a bearish divergence here. The price is going up, but divergence indicator is already signaling it's possibly it will pull back. However, seems like we can actually try this one and plot where's the possible support. So this is the possible support I'm currently looking at. However, seems like it will possibly reverse or go up already. Let's see. Normally look at if if it already reversed, as what I've mentioned a while ago, always look at the body if they the same like that. So let's see how this next candle will close. But at the moment, since it's red, it's of course more bearish. And actually, we can also use this one, the fib retracement, to project the possible pullback, because I'm also more bullish on Litecoin. So let's just check this reverse area. And yeah, possibly I'm looking at this point 236 or the 64 area as a possible immediate support. And then next, this one is the area, which is also this one. So let's see how it goes. I think we will just pull back and then we'll try to fill and retest the 68 area. However, let's see. Oh, I have a different, because it really depends on the time frame you use. But on a daily time frame, I'm more, there's already a lot because we use a different time frames. But yeah, the immediate support, I mean the resistance I'm looking at is the 68 area. Breakout to that level could possibly retest the $80, and then the immediate support at 63 area
and break down to that level could possibly retest the 61 area. So I think that's it. But on a daily time frame, you can see that it already could possibly a more bullish one because of this. That's the actually the immediate support at 63 area. So let's move on to what's his request. Swipe SXP USD. So let's just use this one, Binance. Oh, what happened? Let's just look at it first. So using this Renko chart, you can see that that's a um, it formed a possible bullish Renko chart. However, at the moment, seems like the sellers are still dominating this area and then this area. Oh, here. Oh, there. Oh, just adjust it a bit. So there. Wait, let me just uncheck this area. This one is August. Still within the double bottom. Yeah, actually, I'm more. For me, my bias here is more on bullish. That could possibly retest this resistance area, the short-term downtrend resistance. So possibly around that area on a conservative note, $1.77. And of course, the support I'm looking at is of course this bottom or the 0.62 area. So if ever I will trade it, currently now at 0.96. So entry price point, yeah, 97. 0.97, and then my TP area at this area, which is 1.79. Oh, profit level 1.79. 79 and my stop loss at 0.62. So 0.62. So that's a risk reward ratio of 2.34. I could possibly gain around 84.54%. And if I got 62 cents, I will lose around 36.08%. Normally, my strategy in entering a transaction is at least the risk reward ratio is. So that's how I trade. So of course, with this 2.34 risk reward ratio, I will possibly go long. So now let's try to use the candlestick because they have using the raincoat, it's just a possible double bottom, but here there's still other bottom, which is the 54 cents. So this is it. Let's just check. It's the lowest of this. Low is 57, 54, 52. Yeah, 52 cents around that area. But if you look at it, there's a doji here. So normally doji is an indecision, but could also signal a possible reverse went higher. Let's just look at this one. This one, November 4. This is $23 and $23.70. Actually, if you look at November 4, there's actually a hidden bullish there. This is actually going up already at this area, these two candles, this one and the doji area. That's going up, but its indicator is going down. That's why I look at it in a very short time frame. I mean, I put this per day. So there. So for me, it seems like still forming a possible consolidation or accumulation phase here. 1, 2, 3. I'm just trying to look at the possible pattern here. However, seems like very. So on a daily time frame, this one is flat. However, 9 more hours before this candle will close. So if that holds, possibly my next or the resistance I'm looking at is this area. There's a doji here, so that's my possible next resistance around 1.21. So let's just put that, and that's actually there, 1.21 area. And the support I'm looking at is this doji area, which is at around the 79 area. This, or I mean 76. The close of this is, yeah, 76 area. So this is just very immediate um, support and resistance. Wait, let me just check the Bollinger Band. Seems the band is tightening, so I expect it to trade within this. Possibly it will consolidate at this area before it break out. So I think that's it. Well, if I will just measure it using the risk-reward ratio, if my target is just 1, possibly this is just 1:1 ratio. But looking at the chart, of course, you can see that the risk reward ratio is much higher. I mean, yeah, because this is the previous all-time high. And it's already at very cents something, currently trading at our 0.96 area. So yeah, I think I'm more bullish on it, not just based on the Renko chart, but we can also see here the doji possible reversal, and now the divergence indicator is trending higher. So it could possibly retest this one, the 90 area. Because if you look at it, that's the next or actually be 66 first before this 90 area. So breakout to this 1.22 could possibly retest this one, the 1.77 area. So I think that's it. Actually, you can also have different TP area. Normally, I have different TP areas. I have TP1 and another TP2. 50% TP1 at my first target and another 50% on my second target. So for this one, this is just 1.3. And for the next one, yeah, actually it depends on the trader's plan. For me, I normally have, of course, a flexible plan. For it, I will do the averaging like what I did to Bitcoin when I'm just accumulating it October 2016. So I accumulate until 2017. I mean no, until 2016 and then 2017. Yeah, until 2017 because I risk off January 2020. I mean January 2018. So and then I slowly um, chillax, chillax, and then I go back to trade again 2019. Because 2018 is a very depressed a year. So I think that's it. Possibly a target of 76% if my TP2 area got hit at 1.72 area. But if I got stop out, probably lost 1.99%. So in trading, always use or calculate the risk. So next, if you have other questions, just feel free to ask, else I will end this chat. I mean this live stream. So I got disconnected. Oh, maybe a few minutes ago, I just accompanied my nephews in getting some water. So I think that's it. Anyway, you can also join my, what's this? You can also join my trading channel. Normally, I put there what I'm doing. But yeah, disclaimer, I'm not making any financial advice. I just want to track my performance. You can see there all my possible my gains, my loss, and what I'm looking at. Normally, the majority of my trades is of course cryptocurrencies, and then I also trade commodities, gold. Actually, I have a current long position in gold, 1892. Actually, I my entry price here is at 18. What's that? 1862 something. Oh yeah, here 18. Oh, I mean, I got stop out at 1864.97 and then I relong at 1862. But this one, the 1864 stop out level, my entity also 1862 also. So there. And what else? Actually, gold and silver sometimes move or same direction. So I have both long position here. Wow, natural gas. Actually, my TP4 natural gas what's hit. I think my so you can just yeah. If ever that I did not discuss it, most of my trades are just here. So, but this one also have. I think I medium term trade which I plan to close because this is a time-based futures ending December 25. So I plan to close it. The rest I just scalp and swing. So there you go guys. If you have some other questions, just always feel free to ask. You can also follow me in my social. Do you have any other questions? If there is none, yeah, I think let's end this. Oh, link, link. Let me just try to look at it. Wow, Atom, also EOS. So this is link using candlestick. So as you can see, it's it's wow. This is actually this is possibly a level. So here and then um I think I just use this one. I want to use this. Oh, so from downward or downward channel, it's now at an uptrend channel and at a very critical level. So breakout to that level could possibly retest, of course, this area around the $14 level. So let's see. And another breakout to that, of course, will possibly retest this all-time high. So let's see how it goes for down this area around the $10 area. Anyway, let's look at the divergence indicator. Wow, diverging higher. So I expect or my bias here is more bullish. So here, normally I trade futures at maximum leverage. So possibly we'll try to retest this area around close to 75 RSI level. So let's see the support. I mean the resistance I'm looking at around this currently at resistance. Breakout to that level could possibly retest the next resistance, which is around the 14 area. This one. The breakout to that level will retest this one, the close to $19. And of course, support I'm looking at is at link. I think I missed this one. One, two, three. So it's already 1, 2, 3. So I think will so let's see how it goes for link. Wow, EOS. Let's look at EOS. Actually, I participated in their ICO before during the ICO days. So let me just look at the whole chart using this Coinbase. Wait, let me just it. So normally I just really trade basic support and resistance, and of course the trend line, which is uptrend, downtrend. Oh, that's why I normally just use the candlestick or just Renko chart. I seldom use indicators, but if ever I use one will do. So this is just the basic on how I really trade. I normally just scalp actually, and with some long-term holds, which is most um, on the top 100 area. And yeah, percentage or part of it are actually odds under 10 billion or under 10 billion market cap. So yeah, they to look at it. So if you can see, as you can see, that's a downtrend, long-term downtrend from its high of around 8 or 9, so lower. And now currently using this Renko chart, seems like it already found a, oh, sorry. Actually, this is also long-term downtrend and also within still the downtrend area. But currently seems like it found a support here and now trying to retest this uh, resistance area or close to its resistance area of around 2.72 area. Breakout to that level could possibly long-term resistance area. So I think that's it. And of course, that is around 5. And downward channel support, which is around this area. If ever it break this Renko charts here, which is the lowest is the 31. Break possibly create a new low at around less than $2. So this is the immediate support, my possible target if it break this short-term downward channel. So around 3, how it goes for this EOS 1.83. If it breaks this 2.29 area. So anyway, let's just look at the candlestick. Normally, I analyze first using the Renko chart before I go to the candlestick. Currently, it's just consolidating at these levels. Oh, wait, it's actually there is a hidden bullish divergence. It's actually going at this area. Oh, sorry. this is going up while this is going down. So that's already a bullish, hidden bullish divergence. Because normally, as what I've said, I just trade using this candlestick or whatever chart is available. So the support I'm looking at is of course this area and this one, the 2.31 area. Resistance at this area, the 2.72 area. Breakout to this 2.72 area could possibly retest this previous resistance of around 3 point. And finally, 3.89. That's just the immediate resistance and support I'm looking at because the highest of it is close to $9. So my bias here is actually I'm more bullish because there is a hidden bullish divergence. Anyway, let's just check on. Actually, I'm just trying to and also try to look at this one and this is for case low bot already. This one using the OBV is also going up, possibly a support area. So I'm expecting really it to trend higher or to move higher and retest this 2.72 area. So let's see how it goes for EOS. But if I will trade future at breakout at 272 because at these levels possibly the risk reward might not be rewarding. Just if we measure this one, if I go or the risk might be higher than the rewards. So that's 0.61. So if that's the case, it's a no trade zone for me. Or I can enter that and another TP at the 3.5 area. So currently I'm not trading ES futures. Oh, sorry. Possibly this one. But I do trade it in spot. So possibly that is reward range 62, which is more attractive. Or let's look at this one. If I buy at breakout at 2.72 area and my next TP stop loss will be here. So possibly scenario 2, that's possibly the trade I'll be trading at, and this one at breakout to 2.72 area. So I think that's it. Wait, let's add the Bollinger Band. So yeah, immediate resistance at this area, the 2.72, which is also the upper Bollinger Band. So let's see how it goes for a already low bat, 38 minutes. So anyway, guys, if you have some other questions, just always feel free to ask. Thanks, guys. Oh, Bitcoin is at 16,126, so it trend lower. So my long position got is stopped out at 16,200 area. So where is it? This one. My long position at that I opened at 16,140.80 dollars. So I got stopped out at more or less a what's this? Still at a gain. Let's see. So bye guys.